All right, let's finish up everything by bringing in our model and textures into Unity. So this is Unity 2020.1.4, and I've just started a completely new 3D project. And because we created those folders inside of that Unity project and dropped our model and textures in, when I loaded up that Unity project, it automatically went in and read anything in those folders. And so inside of the models folder, you can see already, here is our creature. And if we expand that out, all of his different pieces. If we look under the textures folder, you can see all of our texture maps. So in this case, we didn't have to go in and actually import anything, but if you need to, you can create your folders, right click, and you can import new asset. That will allow you to bring in that FBX, bring in your textures and so forth. It's nice how the folder structure here mirrors your folder structure on your disk. And so when we created those folders, we're able to see that here, okay? But if you don't have them, you can go in and import those with a right click. Okay, so the next thing I want to do is go into the textures folder, and you can see as we click on these textures, if we look in the inspector, you get some information about those. So I want to go into all of the normal maps, and I want to tag those as normal maps instead of the default. So I'm going to go in and on all of these, go ahead and apply. And then on this one, I'll do the same thing and apply. Just want to tag all these as normal maps so it knows how to work with those. Okay, let's go back to assets and we go back to models, and I'm just going to drag this up into the hierarchy, which will drop it into our scene. So we get something like this. I've also taken the light, moved it into a better position, and just made it a little bit of a lighter color so we can see the materials as we add these on. All right, so here is our FBX inside of the editor in Unity. So let's go ahead and now create some materials. So I'm going to go into assets and I'm going to create a new folder, create folder. I'm going to call this materials, and let's start to create some new materials. I'll go to create material, and I'm going to call this one, let's call it body material. And I'm going to go ahead and drag it onto the body geometry. And you can see a slight change in the specular on that. So with this material selected, I want to start to add some texture maps. Now, I don't want this inspector to change as I select my texture map, so I'm going to go ahead and lock it on this particular material. And then I'm going to come over to my textures folder to see all of the textures. Now, if you go under shader, you can see there are lots of different kinds of shaders that you can create. We're going to stick with just the standard shader for this one. And you can see here are the main maps. We've got albedo, metallic, smoothness, and normal map, and so forth. Some of these we won't use. And so let's go ahead, and the bird creature body is going to be this one. So I'm going to drop this particular image right onto the square next to albedo. And you can see the color taking effect there. All right. This one is going to be the metallic and roughness. And so let's go ahead and bring that in here. And for the source for the roughness, I'm going to choose the metallic alpha. Okay. And then let's bring in our normal map. So this is the body. So let's bring this into the normal. All right. Take a slider down a little bit. Let's go ahead and do the wood. So I'm going to go back to materials, create a new material. I'll call this wood material. I'm going to apply it to the wood pieces and the back piece as well. And I'm actually going to create another light as well. So let's go create a light, and I'll just create a directional light. And I want to be able to see the back. So something like that. And let me move it kind of out of the way here. There we go. So, and I just want to make sure that's on the wood. And now with that wood material selected, I'll unlock and lock, go back to textures, and come down to our wood, which I think is going to be this one. There's our albedo, metallic and smoothness, and then our normal. Take it down a little bit. Alrighty. And let's do the other ones. So again, going into materials, let's do the gold. Right click, create new material. Call this one gold material. And I'm just going to drop it onto here. And let's go ahead and unlock and lock. Back to our textures. And now this is going to be the gold albedo. So we'll drop that in. Here's our metallic. And then, oops, that's the emission texture. So if we want to click on this swatch, we can change this up and then select the correct one. So we want to actually select this one, I believe. And then we need to put this into the emission. So we'll turn emission on, put this into the color. So this is glowing. We still need the normal map, so we'll do that right in there. And then I'm just going to dial down this smoothness a little bit. So something like that. We also want to make sure that it's applied to everything. And so let's go back to materials and make sure that we apply it to the necklace and also to these bits down here. Basically everything that had that gold texture set applied. And same thing down here. We also need to apply the wood to this guy on the side here. All right, we're getting closer. Okay, you can see the shininess reflected on the sash, which is what we want. So it's looking pretty good so far. We still need to do the head. So let's create a new material. And I'm just going to call this head material. And I'm going to apply it to the head. Unlock and lock that. So we're seeing the head material, then go back to textures. And let's bring our head textures on. So the head is going to be right here. Is going to be the start of that. So that's going to be the albedo, which you can see there. This is going to be the metallic. Okay, and then the normal maps right here. Dial down that shininess a little bit and give it something like that. All right, let's do the horns. Back to materials. Create material. As you can probably guess, this is going to be horn material. I'll unlock and lock this. Go back to textures. Grab the albedo for the horn. And let's actually go back and apply it first. So we're going to apply it to the horns right there. Go back to our textures and finish up. So this is the metallic smoothness. Dial that down a little bit. And then our normal map. So let's go ahead and take a break here. And we'll finish in the last lesson by setting up the last of the materials here inside of Unity. Now let's pick up where we left off in the last lesson and start with the eyes. So for the eyes, I'm going to go and actually come in here and let's turn off the eye outer. So we have eye groups in here. We can access those in our hierarchy. So I'm going to choose the eye outer and just turn off the visibility. All right. So for the eye outer and the pupil, I'm not going to worry about the textures. Let's do eye pupil. And I'm going to apply it to the pupil of the eyes. Really, I just want a matte black. And so let's go ahead and select that. We'll unlock and lock. Now for this, I'm just going to choose in the albedo, I'm going to choose black. And then come in the smoothness, take this all the way down. So it's completely black like that. Let's create a new material for the main eye. We'll call this eye main. And we'll apply it here. Let's go ahead and lock and unlock. Go to our textures. And for this one, I'm going to choose this right here. So we'll go and drop this into the albedo, which gives us the nice color. And then this is going to be the metallic, which actually I'm going to bring that down. And then we shouldn't really have, drop this in. There's not really much going on in the normal, so I'm going to leave that out. Now for the outer part of the eye, let's go ahead and create a new material. We'll call this eye outer. And let's turn back our eye outer geometry back on. And let's drop this onto that geometry. Go ahead and lock and unlock. So we're looking at this. And so here, I want to change this rendering mode to transparent. And then I am actually going to go back to textures, choose the eye outer albedo with transparency in the alpha, and drop this in. We'll darken the color and increase that transparency there. We'll go ahead and increase our smoothness. And let's go back to our eye inner, our eye main rather, and back to textures. And I'm going to turn on emission. I'm going to drop this into the color there so that it will be a little bit brighter coming through there. All right, we only have a couple more. So materials, create. Let's create a material, and this is going to be our padding material. Let's drop this onto our different pieces of padding. This piece right there. And then we're going to have pieces inside here, in there, and over there. Go ahead and lock and unlock. Let's add our textures. So look for the padding. It's going to be right here, I believe. Yep. Drop this into the albedo. And here's our metallic. Definitely want to take our roughness down there. And then our normal. And then our sash should be just about the last one, I believe. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. Materials, let's go and create new material. We will call this our sash material. And let's drop it onto the two sashes on the side here. And let's go ahead and add our textures to it. It's going to be this red one here. So into the albedo, into the metallic, and then into the normal. You can increase that a little bit like that. And there we go. So now we have relinked our textures into new materials here inside of Unity. Let me go ahead and move this. So now this, if we have this rigged and animated, we'd be able to use this in a game inside of Unity. We've got the geometry in here at a low enough resolution where we can use it. We've got the textures applied to materials inside of the real-time application. We can move our lights around to see how that affects things. But here we are. We're able to get that detail through with the normal maps coming out of Substance Painter, be able to get those color textures in. Now we have a nice player character or someone maybe the player interacts with in our game. So I hope you've enjoyed this process of, in this course, creating textures in Substance Painter for a game res creature. If you've gone through this whole process from the very beginning where we started sculpting this character in ZBrush, we created new geometry from scratch in Maya, created the UVs, and then went through this last course of texturing it in Painter, well done. I hope you've enjoyed it and I hope you've learned a lot. I know I've had a lot of fun doing it and I hope to see you in a future course. Thanks for watching and take care.